Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Songs and Stories with Miss Hannah. We'll be doing this weekly for those of you unable to make it to our in-person story times. And I know some people missed our not so spooky stories today because of the weather. So we'll be doing some of those stories today. Let's get started with Hello Friends. And you can sing and wave with me. Well, I'm not going to be waving, I'm going to be playing the ukulele, but you can wave to the grown-up that's with you, and you can wave to me. All right, hello friends. Hello friends, hello friends, hello friends, it's time to say hello. Hello friends, hello friends, hello friends, it's time to say hello. Okay, now let's do If You're Happy and You Know It. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet and stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet and stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! And you can do it with me too, Miss Erica. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, hooray! Awesome. And now, if you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, open your ears like this, so you're ready to listen. If you want to hear a story, open your ears. If you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, open your ears. If you want to hear a story, have a seat. That means sit down. If you want to hear a story, have a seat. If you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, have a seat. All right. We are sitting and we are listening with our open ears, and we're ready for some stories. And I have my Storytime bag with me today. That's our 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten bag that you can pick up from the library if you want to keep track of the books you read. So let's see what's inside the bag. Ooh, look at that. A pumpkin with a cute little face. And here's another very happy looking pumpkin. This pumpkin looks a little sleepy. Here's another one. Sometimes we call these jack-o'-lanterns when we carve faces into pumpkins. Maybe you've done that at home. And we have 5 of them. Okay, so that takes me to our first story. Let me get my flannel board out and ready for you. And the words to our first poem. This is actually a flannel poem, and we have a gate here for our 5 little pumpkins to sit on. Some of you might know this as a song. I'm going to read it as a poem. And we start out with 5 little pumpkins, and I'm going to have them sitting on the gate. So let's count as we put them on the board. We have 1, 2, 3. They always fall. We'll stack them. 4, Can you hold up 5 fingers? Because we have 5 pumpkins. Okay, very good. So it starts out with 5 little pumpkins sitting on a gate. The first one said, "Oh my, it's getting late." The second one said, "There are witches in the air." Oh, like my witch hat, like me. The third one said, "But we don't care." The fourth one said, "Let's run and run and run." And the fifth one said, "It's Halloween fun." Then, woo, went the wind, and out went the light. And you can clap when we say out went the light. And the 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. And at home, when we say they rolled out of sight, you can roll your arms like this. So let's do that one again. This time, I will place the pumpkins on the gate as we say the poem. And I'm going to put my hat down so that that doesn't get in the way this time. Okay, so 5 little pumpkins sitting on a gate. The first one said, "Oh my, it's getting late." The second one said, "There are witches in the air." The third one said, "But we don't care." The fourth one said, "Let's run and run and run, run and run and run." The fifth one said, "It's Halloween fun." Ready? Then, woo, went the wind, and out went the light. Very good. And the 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. And you can roll your arms as they roll out of sight. Very good. All right, we'll bring that flannel board back in just a little bit. And that's that one. And next, let's do a song. And for this song, I brought my little toad, like a witch's toad. And we're going to sing our "Ah Went the Little Green Frog" song using this neat frog instrument. It almost sounds like a frog saying ribbit, 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 ribbit. So I will play this when we say ah, and you can sing this with me. We'll do it twice. Here we go. Ah went the little green frog one day. Ah went the little green frog. Ah went the little green frog one day, and they all went ah. But we know frogs go sha-na-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. We know frogs go sha-na-na-na-na. They don't go ah. All right, let's do that again. So ready? Ah went the little green frog one day. Ah went the little green frog. Ah went the little green frog one day, and they all went ah. But we know frogs go sha-na-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. We know frogs go sha-na-na-na-na. They don't go ah. That's so fun. Oh, I can't wait till we can have music story times together again in the library. Alrighty, let's sing Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. We're going to the moon, one of our favorites. And hopefully we'll be able to see a full moon coming up this Halloween night. Ready? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! And we blast off into outer space. Let's do that one more time. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Wow, did you blast off at home? And did you go all the way to the moon? Now that we went to the moon, let's sing about the stars that are in the night sky, in outer space. And this one has signs. So this is the sign for Twinkle, and this is little star. Wonder, when we say how I wonder, you can make your pointer finger make a big circle close to your ear. That's us wondering what you are. Up above, the world so high, this is world, like a diamond, point to your ring finger in the sky. So let's sing it. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. All right, did you sing at home? Very good job. And now let's do another story on the Flannel board. This story is called Fall is Not Easy. And this is about a tree. Here is our tree. And this tree thinks that all the seasons, winter, spring, and summer, are easy to do for a tree. But fall is not easy. Winter is easy because the tree just looks like this. The tree doesn't have to work on growing any leaves. Spring, some leaves pop up, and that's pretty easy. Summer, you get a full set of leaves on the tree like this. But fall, the leaves turn all different colors. That's hard. So this is what the tree does when she is thinking about turning new colors. She's thinking really hard about fall and trying really hard to change into fall colors. Let's see what she does first. What? Pink and black zebra? That's not fall. Is that fall? No. Okay, she's gonna try again. She closes her eyes and thinks about fall, thinking really, really hard. And she turns her leaves that. Smiley face. Fall may make us smile, but that's not what fall leaves look like. Okay, so she's gonna try again. She's thinking about all the fun things to do in the fall, and she turns into this. Hearts. Pink hearts on a purple background. Are those what fall leaves look like? I don't think so. Okay, so she's thinking, she's remembering when the weather gets really cold, and she's thinking about changing her leaves. Oh, candy cane stripes. I think she went a little far into winter. So we have candy canes around December. So she's getting hungry now, I think, and doing all this hard work thinking about changing her leaves. And so she thinks really, really hard, and she changes into a hamburger. That's silly. She must be very hungry. Okay, that's not fall. So let's think really, really hard about fall and things that happen in the fall. Maybe things that are happening this weekend. And she turns into a pumpkin. That's silly. That does happen in the fall. And you might have carved pumpkins for Halloween already. Maybe you made a face like this in your pumpkin, but that's not what fall leaves look like. Okay, I believe in you, little tree. Let's think really hard, and you at home think really hard about fall too. And close your eyes and think about different red and orange and yellow leaves. And she did it. Those look way more like fall leaves than everything else. Oh, good job, little tree. I know that was hard. So I hope that you can look at the trees outside and notice some fall leaves on our trees. We get a lot of brown leaves in the fall here in Texas before they fall off the tree, but maybe you can see some good colors too. All right, that was based on the book called Fall is Not Easy. So let's do another song. Let's do the Itsy Bitsy Spider. So take out your Itsy Bitsy Spider. like this. Here we go. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Okay, now take out your big furry spider. And I'll take out my big furry spider. Here's mine. We're gonna have him climb up the water spout too. The big furry spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the big furry spider went up the spout again. Very good. And for our silly verse, the scaly alligator. Chomp, chomp. And you at home can make your arms into an alligator's mouth while we have him climb up the water spout. The scaly alligator went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the gator out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the scaly alligator went up the spout again. That's right, and we call him the scaly alligator because he has scales instead of skin. So you can see his scales here. Okay, can you say from home, see you later, alligator? Very good. After a while, crocodiles. All right, see you later, gator. And let's do our next fun story. Getting creative with our stories here. This one is called The Little Orange House. Once upon a time, a very small witch was walking in the woods. The cold wind was blowing the dry leaves all around her. Brr, can you do that? Can you pretend you're cold? Brr, and it's cold today. The little witch was frantically searching for a house for the winter. She could not find one. Suddenly, a piece of orange paper, blown by the wind, landed at her feet. She picked it up, just like this. The little witch looked very closely at the paper, and then she said, I will make a house out of this orange paper. Do you think she can make a house out of paper? Let's see. She folded the paper in half. So here's our nice fold. And she took her scissors. These are nice, safe scissors. She always has a pair in her pocket. And she cut off the two corners to make a roof. All right. So she cut off the two corners and she has a big slanted roof. This will do just fine, she said, as she looked at her new house, but I will need a door to go inside. She always wears pointed hats like this one, always wears pointed hats. So she cut a special door that looked like this. There. So now she can walk inside the door with her pointed hat without the hat getting stuck. Okay, the little witch walked through the door and into the orange house. She looked around. It's so dark in here. I will need to make windows to let in the light. She hurried back outside and she cut a front and back window that looked like this. What shape are your windows at home? I have some square ones and some rectangle ones. So let's see. This is a rectangle window that the little witch made. Oh, it was a fine looking house. It looks like a house. Her very own little house with a roof, a door, and a front and back window. But just as the witch started to go inside for the winter, she saw a tiny ghost floating down the windswept path. As the tiny ghost came to a stop near the little house, the little witch saw that the ghost was crying like this. Boo, boo. Oh, why are you crying, little ghost? Asked the witch. The tiny ghost stopped crying. It is cold and windy. It is getting dark, and I have no place to spend the winter. Oh, said the little witch, well, you can spend the winter with me in my new house. How kind. How kind of the little witch. Oh, thank you, said the happy little ghost as she peeked through the window. This is a very nice house. She's peeking through that window. Very nice indeed. Well, first, said the little witch, I will need to make you a little door of your very own. She took her scissors again and began to cut. Let's make this one an arching window, a door. That's a good ghost-shaped door. It looked like this. The two happy new friends, the witch and the ghost, went inside. The tiny ghost went inside her tiny little door, and the little witch went through her own special door. All winter long, they lived happily together inside the little orange house. And do you know what it looked like inside? Let's unfold the paper to see. Oh, look at that. It's a little pumpkin, a little jack-o'-lantern. That is neat. So it's a house on the outside and a pumpkin on the inside. Maybe you can make some of that at home, something like that at home. Okay, so I wanted to show you a couple of new storybooks that we have that you can check out from the library that we will read at our in-person story times as well. This first one is called The Ghosts Went Floating, and it is by Kim Norman and Jay Fleck, and I'll show you a picture of the first couple pages. The Ghosts Went Floating is a book that you can sing, and so it goes to the tune of The Ants Go Marching. So it goes like this. The ghosts went floating one by one, boo-rah, boo-rah, when Halloween had just begun, boo-rah, boo-rah. The ghosts went floating one by one, the skeletons rattled and joined the fun, and they all marched up the hill in the chill by the light of the moon, 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 moon. And so again, we won't be reading the whole stories on these videos because these are copywritten stories, but you can check them out. You can place this on hold and pick it up via our curbside pickup service or come and pick it up inside the library. Another book that we just got in is called We're Going on a Goon Hunt, and this is a parody of We're Going on a Bear Hunt. So this is another fun story. And you can even see some stories on display behind me, like Pumpkin Eye, and I can't see the other one. Oh, Let's Scare Bear is another new book that's behind our kitty cat. All right, and we have lots more new books for you to check out as well, so check out our online catalog. Okay, now for our closing songs, let's do This Is Big. So open your arms big and wide. This is big, big, big. This is small, small, small. This is short, short, short. And this is tall, tall, tall. This is yes, yes, yes. This is no, no, no. Ooh. This is fast, fast, fast. And this is slow, slow, slow. Very good. Now let's do The More We Get Together with signs. This is the sign for more, get together, and this is happy. Oh, and friends is 2 pointer fingers hooked together. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For are your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Very good. And now our closing song. And I wanted to remind everybody that this week is week 9 of our number books that we're making, and next week is week 10, which would be the last week to pick up all of the numbers if you missed any numbers. So here's number 9, and we have a spooky or not so spooky version to go with our not so spooky stories, or you can choose the cat version too. And then next week, here's a preview of next week's final number 10. We're going to do a recap of all of the week 10 crafts and make a little miniature book inside of our number book, and then you can put it all together at home. And there's a spot for your name. So we still have all the numbers that you can come and pick up through next week. Now for our closing song, Goodbye, Friends. Goodbye, friends, goodbye, friends, goodbye, friends, it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, friends, goodbye, friends, goodbye, friends, it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, friends, goodbye, friends, goodbye, friends, it's time to say goodbye. All right, we'll see you next week.